Hi, my name is Dagès from the Technion, Israel Institute of Technology. This is a short talk on the wormhole loss for partial shape matching, our NeurIPS paper with Amit Bracha and Kimmel. Given two shapes that are isometrically deformed, our work aims to find the pointwise correspondence between them. To find this correspondence, we adopt a geodesic distance preservation paradigm, which enforces distances to be preserved via the Gromov loss. In part to full shape matching, which is the setting we are interested in, one of the shapes has missing parts. However, shortest paths on the full shape might pass through missing parts on the partial shape, meaning that shortest distances on the partial shape might be actually larger than on the full shape. Pairs for which the distance is not the same are said to be inconsistent. While most pairs are consistent, enforcing all pairs to have the same distance with the Gromov loss introduces noise in the learning process. To mitigate this issue, we propose to design a criterion to find as many consistent pairs as possible so that the learning is based only on clean information where distances are not altered by the missing parts. Consider this example of inconsistent pairs. The shortest path in red on the partial shape is not the shortest path on the full shape. The shortest path instead goes through two boundary points with an unknown trajectory between them given only the partial shape. Nevertheless, its length is at least as long as the sum of the distances to the boundary, which leads to an odd criterion to find consistent pairs comparing the computed distance with the sum of the distances to boundary points. However, this criterion is very conservative, as in these examples, the criterion will reject these pairs even though they are consistent because they are too close to the boundary. This leads to very few local pairs as shown in green on which to rely for extracting the shape correspondence. We propose to generalize this criterion by observing that the unknown trajectory between boundary points is at least longer than the extrinsic Euclidean distance between the embedding of the boundary points. With this simple observation, we created the new wormhole criterion that compares distances on the partial shape to the sum of the distance to boundary points and the Euclidean distance between them. The wormhole criterion avoids the issue of the previous criterion, even guaranteeing pairs that are close to boundaries. With this criterion, we can rely on non-local and significantly more non-perturbed information. Our criterion is simple yet powerful, combining intrinsic and extrinsic information, and we demonstrate in the paper how to extend it to general Riemannian metrics. Our pipeline is based on the unsupervised direct match net approach, our previous work published in ACCV, which suggests to compute the matching directly from the features, bypassing functional maps, which is ill-suited for handling partial shapes. The feature extractor in direct match net is learned by minimizing the Gromov geodesic loss. In order to avoid incorrectly encouraging geodesic distance preservation on inconsistent pairs, we suggest to add mask weights m when computing the Gromov loss. We propose two types of masks. The first one is given by the binary wormhole criterion. While improving results, we found that softening the masks leads to even better improvements. This is done by taking the ratio between the distances and the threshold provided in the wormhole criterion. This relaxation allows to preserve the distances of pairs that are almost consistent, while filtering out largely inconsistent pairs from the loss. Our method leads to state-of-the-art results in unsupervised partial to full shape matching on a range of existing benchmarks. In particular, our estimated matching tend to not degenerate near holes, which is a major challenge in the field. To help visualization, we here zoom in on the results. We invite you to focus your attention on the highlighted areas in the missing parts and appreciate the quality of our correspondence maps near holes, unlike the previous state-of-the-art. In fact, we demonstrate the usefulness of the wormhole criterion beyond the shape matching application. By tuning the weights of the stress function, which is the objective to minimize in multidimensional scaling, our method, named Wormhole Constrained Isometric Embedding, provides embeddings that preserve the structure of the manifold. Our embeddings are robust in the presence of missing parts, unlike some of the most popular traditional manifold learning techniques. In conclusion, our method performs part to full shape matching based on the geodesic distance preservation. Concerned by the consistency of geodesic distances in the presence of missing parts, we designed the novel wormhole criterion to find as many consistent pairs as possible on which to rely in our training loss based on the Gromov loss. Our wormhole criterion, mixing intrinsic and extrinsic geometry for analyzing an intrinsic concept, is powerful, leading to state-of-the-art results and demonstrating usefulness in other fields beyond partial shape matching. Please visit our project website where you will find the paper and the code for more details on our work.